Hey guys, happy Valentine's Day. This is a tutorial for long distance relationships, but you can totally wear this in person. I just personally wanted to make something for my fellow long distance lovers out there, so let's get started. I'm gonna prime my eyes with the Bobbi Brown Longwear Eye Primer. Usually I do my foundation first, but not today. I'm gonna use the ABH Modern Renaissance palette, and I'm gonna swipe on some burnt orange onto my transition shade, and then Buon Fresco, I don't know how to say that, on top of that. And then I'm gonna go in with the red ochre, and I'm gonna put that on the outer V of my eye and swipe it into my crease about halfway. I'm gonna do the same thing with the shade Love Letter. I'm gonna focus it more on the bottom part of my lid, and then I'm gonna sweep it into my crease halfway. And I'm going to be sure to kind of flick it outwards so I can create that V-shaped look and later cut that into a sharp eye. Now we're going to cut halfway into our crease. This is a half cut crease, I think. I'm taking my Maybelline Instant Age Rewind Concealer on a concealer brush. You can use any kind of flat paintbrush, I guess, to do this. I have hooded lids, so I'm going to cut this a little higher than the normal fold in my lid, just because I have hooded eyes, and when I look forward, you see. Anyway, what this is going to do is going to make the eyeshadow you apply on top of it a little more true to color. We're going to take the Tempera shade from the palette. It's just a vanilla shade, and this technique is going to give you a little more of a doe-eyed kind of look, especially when you're on camera. Your eyes are just going to appear a lot brighter and doughy, if that's a word. Now I'm just going to take the other end of this brush, which comes with the palette, and it's going to blend out the shadows into each other so you can't tell that I cut into it with some concealer. And just blend until you're comfortable with how it looks. Now I'm going to tightline with my MAC Modern Casual Liner in Groundbreaker. It's just a shimmery brown. I wanted to stick very, I don't know how to describe this look. I didn't want to do too much. I kind of wanted the eyes to focus on themselves rather than be overtaken by liner. So I'm just smudging in some Cypress Umber onto that eyeliner I put on, and then highlighting my inner corners with the ABH Primavera. And now I'm highlighting under my brow bone with the shade Tempera, I'm hungry. Now I'm going to go in with MAC Stroke Cream as my primer and moisturizer. I'm going to use the ABH foundation stick, and I noticed that you can wear any primer with this for whatever skin type you have. This formulation is more for combination oily skin types. More oily than combo, to be honest. It does stick to dry patches, so I would recommend using a facial oil when you wear this foundation. But I noticed that it stays on whether you use primer or not. However, if you mix it with oil, it's probably only going to last about 4 to 5 hours. I haven't done it too much, but it's still a super nice foundation. And I'm just buffing this out with a IT Cosmetics Airbrush foundation brush. I actually sprayed on some Urban Decay setting spray to, I don't know, kind of set my foundation while I'm buffing it in. I don't know, I find myself doing that nowadays. As you can see, I'm also carving out the eyeshadow, turning it into a sharper sort of cat eye effect. You don't have to do that, but I personally felt like that's what I wanted to do. I just wanted to have a very clean eye look for this. Also, don't forget to blend down to your neck, under your chin, whatever. You just don't want to look weird. Now I'm going in with the NYX Dark Circle Corrector in the shade Medium and fixing any under eye circles I have right now, because honestly I don't really sleep anymore. I stay up way too late and I need to stop doing that. Going in with my Maybelline Instant Age Rewind Concealer again, and I'm going to let it sit on my face for quite some time because I like to let it get tacky and creamy, because I noticed you get a lot more coverage that way. Highlighting down the bridge of my nose, forehead, cupid's bow, chin. Now I'm going to go in with the Lorac Pro Conceal Contour Palette. I'm going to contour my nose because when you're on a webcam or FaceTime camera, you know, it's not the best quality, so you definitely want your features to stand out, especially if you're Skyping with someone you're dating. You want to look extra nice because you don't see them often, and it's nice for them too, you know? Anyway, I'm just taking the cream with a concealer brush, and I'm taking my concealer and moving it just up to where I put the contour lines on my nose, and I'm going to keep it there for a little bit. Now I'm going to carve out my cheeks, just right above the natural hollows of my cheeks because I do have a rounder face. So I'm just going to manipulate that a little bit. Take the same foundation brush we used and buff that upwards, yada yada. Carve it out with some translucent powder. Did I say that right? Translucent powder. Yeah. Now I'm going to take a Real Techniques beauty sponge, and I'm just going to blend in the contour on my nose in the same direction that I carved it. So whatever direction I went in with that brush is the same way I'm going to blend it in. Once I feel comfortable with it, I'm going to start rolling my beauty sponge over to blend it in a little better. Once again, I am carving out my eyeshadow. You don't have to do this step, but if you feeling risky, join me. Now I'm going to set under my eyes with a fluffy brush and right under where I carved out my eyeshadow with some RCMA colorless setting powder. And I'm also going to go over everywhere I put concealer around my nose. So on top, down the bridge, on the sides. I'm just going to bake that for like 10 seconds and then wipe it off. I kind of wanted a little more contour, so I went in with the Lorac Pro Contour Palette and used the medium contour. I'm just putting it halfway down the hollows of my cheeks and blending it out till I feel comfortable. Now it's time for blush, my favorite part. This is ColourPop's Never Been Kissed. It's one of my favorite super pink blushes. It's really nice. It's really gonna mesh very well with the contour you put on your face. It's not cool toned. It's kind of warm, but it's really pretty. It's a very deep pink. Now I'm going to finish under my eyes using Burnt Orange, Red Ochre, and Love Letter. But Love Letter, I'm only going in halfway under my lid. Now I'm going to line my eyes with the same liner we used to tight line our eyes. And highlighting with Becca's Moonstone using a Forever 21 blush brush. So if you ever see those ABH brushes people highlight with, you could honestly just find one of these for like $3 at Forever 21, and it's basically the same thing. Now I'm putting on mascara and using the Tarte Lash Paint Mascara. This is definitely not waterproof, so if you're gonna cry, don't wear this. I went in with false lashes because why not? It's always a nice extra pop, especially on camera. And I'm gonna go in and fill in my brows, even though I definitely don't need to. This is not something I do every day, but when I'm going to go on a Skype date, I always like to accentuate the features I have because, you know, it's not in person and you kind of have to go a little extra. And now I'm just going in and lining my lips with a burgundy shade from NYX. And then I'm gonna go over with a Maybelline lipstick in Nude Nuance, which is like a dupe for MAC Whirl. It's one of my favorite lip shades, and it's just gonna set it to a really nice transition of like a brown wine, I guess. And yeah, so that is my Skype date Valentine's Day look. I totally forgot to film an intro for this video, so I'm sorry if my voiceover is kind of rushed, but I will post links below to my social media pages, and my blog is up, and yeah, I'll have a list of products below. Have a happy Valentine's Day, guys.